we are back and we have another funding opportunity. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever had $1 million idea in your life? If only I had money to get this off of the ground. A lot of us are in that boat, okay? But that is where angel investors come into play. Angel investors, they are going to invest in your idea, okay? Unlike venture capitalists who are looking for traction, they're looking for all of the things. Angel investors are called an angel just because of that. They are focused on your vision over traction. Do they see this as a viable idea that's going to turn into a scalable business? And if so, they want to be the first to invest in that. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about how do you find an angel investor? Where are these angels that want to give us money, number one? And then two, how do you prepare to get in front of them? And then also, how do you make sure that you're not giving away too much of your company? Because yes, an investor is it's beautiful, right? But if you have to give up 51% or 60% of your company, or maybe even 20%, that might be too much for you. So we're gonna figure out how do we strategically get access to this capital, but then also make sure that we are staying true to our idea or company if you're already at that phase. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Ebony, a licensed attorney out of the state of Missouri, and on this channel, we focus on grants, legal tips, and setting a foundation for your business to get you to generational wealth because, yes, money is good, but we want our money to serve generation after generation after generation. Check out that small business grant playlist. There are several opportunities listed there. I talk about no deadline grants in there, no business needed grants in there, global opportunities. So wherever you are in the world, there is possibly a grant opportunity for you and your business. And y'all, I am running a special on both of my books. It is buy one, get one free. And the book is going to help you submit a successful grant application. And if you're like, I don't know if I want to get an investor, now small business grant opportunities are a little bit harder, but this is a no-brainer because you're going to get both of the books that are going to help you get closer to free money that you do not have to pay back. That workbook, it is 130 pages of content. It talks about if you get the grant, if you don't get the grant, applying for the grant, finding grants. There are quizzes in there, sample answers, fill in a blank, all things to help you submit that successful grant application. And if you're like, I don't know, that's fine. Go to the website, link in the description, several 5-star reviews that can assist you in doing your due diligence before you hand over your money. And if you're like, I can do all of this on my own, I don't want to wait for these videos, come on over to the Patreon. But in there, y'all, I literally only post the links. I don't do no walkthroughs. There's no advisements. It is literally, I want the link. I can figure it out and do the rest on my own. In there, I do cohorts, I do scholarships, I do articles, I do all things that is going to get you, one, closer to generational wealth, and two, submitting that successful grant application. Now, before we finish talking about angel investors and how you get to them, leave me a comment. Let me know what is that business idea of yours that you're like, man, if I had just $25,000, $100,000, $150,000 in order to invest into my business, I know this one would be blown out of the water and it would be successful. Also, let me know where you're watching from, city, state, and our industry, so I can possibly, no guarantees, find a grant for you in your city, state, and our industry. Now, back to talking about angel investors. Now, we all want to get the money, okay? But there are things that you need to already have ready before you get in front of them. And most importantly, it's going to be that pitch deck. And if you've been following, we've had to do pitch decks for small business grant opportunities. So this is something that I know most of you already have, but if you don't, that pitch deck is typically 10 to 12 slides. And it talks about your problem, your solution, your market size, your traction, and of course your team, because you have to have a strong team in order for any business to be successful. You also need to have a strong story. And we've talked about that with small business grant opportunities. You have to be a good storyteller because people invest in people before they invest in a business. And you must get some type of emotion out of the funder, out of the grantor. And when I talk about this emotion, this is you personalizing yourself. You're not making yourself look like just another number and another person asking for money. Who is the person, not who is the brand? Unless it's a personal brand, but that could be different as well. But again, make sure you have a strong story. Then you must have clear financials. And I know you're sitting there like, but if it's an idea, how clear can the financials be? It's $0. No, okay? Even if you are pre-revenue, you need to be able to say to this funder, even a grantor, how you gonna make some money? Because how am I going to feel comfortable investing in your idea, investing in your vision, if I am not going to get a return on my investment? Okay, that is going to be critical for any funder, even a grantor where it's free money that you do not have to pay back. They want to make sure that that money is going to be used in the most efficient way, and that money is going to assist you with either scaling, growing, or launching your business. And then confidence and clarity. And with this, no, you don't have to have all the answers of how you're going to be successful. No. But what you do need to know is, how are you going to get to where you're trying to get to? It needs to be a clear path, and you must have clear vision, right? Because nobody wants to follow a leader that doesn't know how they're going to get to that end goal. Now you're like, that's a lot. I got to do a pitch deck, a business plan, storytelling. I got to be, clear, concise. I ain't even going to get this money. But the opportunities that we are about to discuss, they are going to help you with all of this. Okay. And then they are funding $25,000 up to $150,000. They will help you with your pitch deck. They help you prepare to pitch to investors. You will do weekly mock pitches in order to be prepared for their investor community. And of course, if it's their community, they know what these folks are looking for. Then they automate a lot of things to make sure that you are aligned with the investor that they are going to have you pitch in front of, and vice versa. The investor has already said, this is what we're looking for. So by the time you get in front of these people, so much due diligence has been done to make sure that you all are as perfect of a match as possible. And I'm going to say, in those types of opportunities, if you have really done everything that they prepared you to do in front of this investor, you should walk away with the money, and you get a mentorship, okay? And I want to be clear, when I say $25,000 up to $150,000, this is from the funder that is prepping you to ask for more money. So not only will you get up to $150,000, then you're going to be able to ask for more money after you go through the cohorts, and also after they have prepped you to ask for this money. Now, what I am going to beg of you, do not go asking for money just because you want to get more money, okay? Really think about your business, because an investor is going to get equity in your company, okay? So if you go and like, oh, I want to get $1 million, but now you've given up 51% of your business, that is not strategic, and that is not recommended, especially for an early stage entrepreneur, because you no longer have the power to make any decisions associated with your company, because somebody can always outvote you because you're sitting with just 49%. So please be strategic and do not just give away your entire company for money, unless it's super successful and it's time to sell and we're getting $1 billion deal. Totally different. But in early stages, let's not do that. And yes, y'all, this is considered income. So yes, it is considered, yes, taxable. So please don't have just an idea and you have $0 coming in. Then you get $150,000 into your business and you're like, oh, I'm rich. You can lose your business overnight because you are not paying taxes, okay? Now, with all of that, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, city, state, and our industry, so I can possibly, no guarantees, find a grant for you or even investor opportunities. in your city, state, and/or industry. Now, with all of that, y'all, let's look at this funding opportunity. All right, y'all. This funding opportunity is sponsored by Startup Warriors IO. And as I've said in the video, they do everything for you. Okay. They do your pitch deck, they do your prep work, they also find the investors, and within 1 week of being accepted, they deposit whatever that dollar amount is, $25,000 up to $150,000. Now, let's look at everything that they're offering. Okay, this is their high converting pitch process. They do your investment material, so you don't have to think about anything. They do your pitch deck, executive summary, mentorship, and then you learn the industry secrets on how to captivate investors and close more deals. And the application, y'all, less than 5 minutes. Okay, so we're going to scroll and look for the application, but I want you all to look at everything on this website. They have videos from previous individuals who were funded, and as I say, you want to see who they are funding to see if you fit into whatever that is, right? Whatever theme you can find to potentially walk away with up to $150,000 for your idea. And we talked about the automated investor outreach where they do all of that. They have tools that streamline the process, but then we're going to apply for the opportunity. All right, so we're going to look at how quick this is. Like I said, less than 5 minutes. Where are you registered? You're going to answer that question. How many employees are in your company? What industry is your startup in? What best describes the stage your startup is in? How much revenue per month is your company currently generating? Remember, you can be pre-revenue, so don't run off because you're like, I don't got no money. They know that's what angel investors do. They're going to be that angel to help you take your idea to implementation. How much capital are you trying to raise? Do not ask for more than what you need, y'all, because these folks are going to know how much money you need, and we don't want to get ourselves X'd out because we're asking for too much money. How soon do you need it? ASAP, but we're going to be realistic and say, maybe 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months, because you want to have time to go through their cohort too. And if they find somebody that's like, they desperately need the money, that might not be a good investment opportunity for them. And then just your contact information, because again, they're going to let you know within 2 weeks, and then they're going to do due diligence. And once you're accepted, after you submit this application, you're going to come back here, leave me that comment and say, I got my first angel investor for $150,000 or $25,000, whatever it is that you want. We are going to celebrate you because that means that you submitted a successful grant application, funding application, and you're getting that much closer to generational wealth, which are the goals of this channel. But of course, check out that ebook, check out the workbook, check out the Patreon, check out that small business grant playlist, y'all. There are several funding opportunities in there. But of course, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I am always grateful for your support. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me virtually. I want to thank you for supporting the channel, and wherever you are in the world, I hope that you're having a beautiful day, and I will see y'all next time.